Waiting in line for the bus is part of the daily grind for M. O'Halloran.
It's about an hour and a half usually. I have to go from Tawasin to Ladner and then Ladner out here.
It's long, but as a student with a part-time job, it's also a necessity. And if bus drivers decide to take job action, she would be hooped.
I'm really scared because it's what I rely on. I rely on the buses to get me to school and work on time.
She's far from the only one. For the 100,000 people who ride the bus every weekday, this is a lifeline.
So I go to work from here, and it wouldn't be a good thing if we have less buses.
I take the bus almost every day.
Not everyone has car, and not everyone can pay for taxis. They are expensive.
Earlier this month, Coast Mountain Bus Company's 3,800 drivers and more than 1,000 maintenance workers voted overwhelmingly in favor of job action. Yesterday, they gave 72 hours notice. Their key concern, better working conditions.
We want to have a decent break.
And there's also wages.
They're all getting paid way more than us.
Bus drivers currently make $32.60 an hour here compared to $34 in Toronto. But the unions promised there won't be a full work stoppage. Instead, some other options.
Well, there are things, all the way from the mild, like a uniform ban to an overtime ban, which would impact dozens of routes. There's rolling strikes that we could do. There's, following just the basic bare minimum in the contract, working to rule.
That could mean fewer buses on the road, longer lines, and more crowding. The union says its goal is to minimize disruption, but it's also a reality in labor disputes.
They do deserve better conditions, I think, but I think if they could do that in a better way without having to cut back on everyone's, what they're commuting at.
If there is job action, we'll find out what it will be on Thursday. SkyTrain and West Coast Express, though, won't be affected. Both sides head back to the negotiation table tomorrow. Leanne Young, CBC News, Vancouver.